There's only a handful of people out there who are actually calling out all of the terrible things that the mainstream comic industry does. One of them is Penny Parker, who's been reporting on the woes of mainstream comics and the crazy SJW woke crap they've been doing for years now. Penny Parker's been doing fantastic work, and now this person has a new book out. So we're going to support this and actually show you exactly what's going on, because I'm actually excited to read this. It's a big tell-all exactly about the Whisper Network and everything that's been done ever since the Me Too movement kind of like transformed comics into the social justice hellhole that it is today. So let's get into the news. My name's John Delarose, and of course, I'm a person who's been covering this since 2017 also. And thank you if you're new to the channel. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Glad to have you here. I also make comics on a regular basis. This is my Topgrift. And it's an aspirational story about a man who is coming into his own, and it, of course, falls into the pitfalls of online grifting, falls into this sort of simping category, and then overcomes things in order to become his own person. It's a really good story. It's something young men need to hear all the way around today, and I hope you'll check this out. It's got great art by Mike S. Miller from DC's Injustice, who did a wonderful job on this book as well. Thank you for the support, my friends. So here's the story. Penny Parker is saying that she's got a book, my first novel in progress, Generation Simone, The Rise of the Whisper Network, and it's already at home with a publisher, available everywhere in 2015. And it's got a famous sort of image, of course, transformed into AI art. Of course, Gail Simone and Kelly Sue DeConnick made this pose and did this like pose saying, "Oops, we took over the comic book industry," back in the day. And she's going to go into what this is. At the moment, I won't divulge where this is being published because 3 of the Whisper Network members have a long history of tortious interference, specifically sabotaging major book deals. This is 100% true. If you're not part of the comic book industry and you're trying to break in, these people sabotage everything if they don't like you. They make it this sort of thing where you're never going to get in. And that's why they use it as clout. Like, you're not a real comic book person unless you're working for Marvel and DC. It's like a catch-22 where you can't work for Marvel and DC, and yet you can only be respected if you work for Marvel and DC. And so they control this little fiefdom. That's what this is all about, of course. It's about now, but it's also a 25-year recap about what brought this into the state of comics. The reason I'm writing this book is because 2023 has been fucking wild. Comic pros blowing up my DMs all summers about stories about Heidi, that's from the deal, Alex from Alex DeCampi, and Rich, of course, Johnston from Bleeding Cool. The head honcho herself, Gail Simone. Stories from back in the day, but also new developments from this year. My decision to do this came when I realized that, yes, the Whisper Network has died down online, but the in-real-life harassment, rumor spreading, intimidation is rampant. So many folks wish they could sue a certain network members for slander or tortious interference, but sadly it costs $100,000 or more to sue in modern-day America. It's true. I've done one of these lawsuits myself. And not everyone has the means. So the network know they can get away with certain crimes because default no one is willing to pursue legal action. Some of these folk might never see the inside of a courtroom, but it doesn't mean their actions will go unnoticed or unreported. Has anyone in the network harassed you, stalked you, bullied your peers, or spread rumors about you or worse? My DMs are open. So yes, I've been added to a list. There was a list that was circulating around in 2019 of a literal blacklist in the comic book industry, and I was on there. And so yes, I have been harassed in this level. I write very high quality books. I actually had one of the Rippaverse haters send a tweet yesterday saying that my books are very good, that Overmind was written incredibly well, so is Flying Sparks. So they know that I'm of professional quality, of a talent that's like not seen before. Somebody in the industry actually messaged me the other day, DMs, I'll have to keep that name quiet, saying it's amazing that I'm able to do both journalism in the written media and fiction in the written media. There's only a few people in history who can do both of those things competently, and that I'm a historical figure because of that. And yet I will never get a shot in the mainstream media, and it's all because of politics. We know it's all because of the Whisper Network. And so this is good news that this book's coming out to expose this. I love seeing this in different media formats because, of course, it gets different audiences. We do pretty well on Twitter and YouTube, but, of course, having it written down into a book is a great thing. I'm trying to get Penny Parker on the show. Hopefully that can happen at some point. That'd be fantastic. But this is great news, of course. All right. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.